Welcome everyone. We have reached to the end of the topic of the chapter, that is your purification of colloidal salt, properties, emulsions, applications of emulsions and colloids in daily life. In this video, you will come to know about how colloids and emulsions differs and how useful they are in our daily life. Purification of colloidal salts. Colloidal solutions when prepared generally contain excessive amount of electrolytes and some other soluble impurities. While the presence of traces of electrolyte is essential for the stability of the colloidal solution, larger quantities coagulate it. I repeat, larger quantities coagulate it. It is therefore necessary to reduce the concentration of these soluble impurities to a requisite minimum. The process used for reducing the amount of impurities to a requisite minimum is known as purification of colloidal solutions. That is, the process used for reducing the amount of impurities to a certain minimum level is known as purification of colloidal solutions. Now, there are different methods involved in the purification of colloidal solution. They are, that is, dialysis, next is electrodialysis, and last is your ultrafiltration method. Now, one by one, we are going to look into this method, how this method works. Dialysis. It is a process of removing a dissolved substance from a colloidal solution by means of diffusion through a suitable membrane. ठीक है, आप लोगों ने ये डायलिसिस, किडनी का डायलिसिस भी आपने ये टर्म सुना होगा कि डायलिसिस होता क्या है. तो दिस इज एक्चुअली अ प्यूरिफिकेशन प्रोसेस. जो भी अंदर इम्प्योरिटीज है दैट इज बीइंग प्यूरिफाइड विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ सुटेबल मेम्ब्रेन. ठीक है. एंड एज इट इज टोल्ड डिफ्यूजन मीन्स इट इज द intermixing of any phase of the particle. It can be solid, it can be liquid, it can be a gas. Now, since in this the particles in a true solution can pass through animal membrane, that is either bladder or parchment paper or cellophane sheet, but not the colloidal particles, the membrane can be used for dialysis. Right, we have the best membrane like your animal membrane and parchment paper or cellophane paper. Cellophane paper is the best membrane that can be used for dialysis. The apparatus used for this purpose is called dialyzer. In the given diagram, you can see a bag of suitable membrane containing the colloidal solution is suspended in a vessel through which fresh water is continuously flowing. The molecules and ions diffuse through membrane into the outer water and pure colloidal solution is left behind. Electrodialysis. Now, electrodialysis is a process which is an advanced process of the dialysis. आप देख सकते हो पहले हमने dialysis किया, अब हम यहाँ पे electrodialysis पढ़ रहे हैं. तो electro, that means the dialysis is taking place with the help of the electric current. ठीक है. अब ये करना जरूरी क्यों है? क्योंकि नॉर्मल डायलिसिस जो प्रोसेस है दैट इज वेरी स्लो. ठीक है. सो टू मेक दैट प्रोसेस फास्ट इनफ वी अप्लाई द इलेक्ट्रिकल फील्ड. And if the substance in the impure, if the dissolved substance in the impure colloidal solution is only an electrolyte, तब जाके ये electrodialysis possible होता है. Therefore, the process is named as electrodialysis. The colloidal solution is placed in a bag of suitable membrane while pure water is taken outside. As you can see in the given diagram, the electrodes are fluted in the compartment. The ions present in the colloidal solution migrate out to the oppositely charged electrons. Ultrafiltration. ठीक है, by the name itself you can think that यहाँ पे जो filtration होती है वो अल्ट्रा मोड पे होती है, मतलब एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी मोड पे होती है. तो एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी मोड पे करने के लिए हमें क्या चाहिए यहाँ पे, वी रिक्वायर अ स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ filter papers, right? The special type of filter, it is not I mean compulsory कि आप उसको filter paper से ही करो, because on a large scale filter paper is of no use. तो यहाँ पे स्पेशली प्रिपेयर्ड फिल्टर्स यूज करे जाते हैं विच आर परमिएबल टू ऑल द सब्सटेंसेस except the colloidal particles. That means permeable होना मतलब to allow the flow of the particles, to allow the movement of the particles through it. But ये filters जो होते हैं वो colloidal particles को allow नहीं करते. Hence this type of process is known as ultrafiltration process. Ultrafiltration is the process of separating the colloidal particles from the solvent and soluble solutes present in the colloidal solution by specially prepared filters which are permeable to all substances except the colloidal particles. Colloidal particles can pass through ordinary filter paper because the pores are too large. However, the pores of filter paper can be reduced in size by impregnating, I repeat, by impregnating with colloidal solution to stop the flow of colloidal particles. The usual collodion is a 4% solution of nitrocellulose in a mixture of alcohol and ether. What is the colloidal? What is a collodion? Collodion is a solution that is 4% solution of nitrocellulose in a mixture of alcohol and ether. An ultra-filter paper may be prepared by soaking the filter paper in a collodion solution, hardening by the formaldehyde and then finally drying it. Thus, by using ultra-filter paper, the colloidal particles are separated from rest of the materials. Ultrafiltration is a slow process. To speed up the process, pressure or suction is applied. The colloidal particles left on the ultrafilter paper are then stirred with fresh dispersion medium, which is known as solvent, to get a pure colloidal solution. Next comes the properties of colloidal solutions. ठीक है, अब properties of colloidal solutions में क्या क्या चीजें आएंगी? Colligative properties, जो colligative properties हमने solution में भी पढ़ा है, that is your elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, osmosis, osmotic pressure, ये सारी चीजें क्या है? Colligative properties है. Then Tyndall effect, ठीक है, Tyndall effect, that is your optical property, Brownian moment, which is also known as your mechanical property. Then charge on colloidal particles, electrophoresis and coagulation of colloids. तो ऑलरेडी जो पहले के तीन हैं हम पढ़ चुके हैं. बाकी के जो तीन हैं, that is charge on colloidal particles, electrophoresis and coagulation of colloids, ये हमारे लिए नया है. So let us check one by one. Colligative properties are those properties of solutions that depends upon the ratio of the number of solute particles to the number of solvent molecules in a solution and not on the nature of the chemical species present. Hence, the word colligative is derived from the Latin word that is colligatus. Colligatus means bound together. ठीक है, अब चीजों को बांध के रख सकते हो, that is your colligative properties. The values of colligative properties, like as I told you, osmotic pressure, lowering in vapor pressure, depression in freezing point and elevation in boiling point, are of small order as compared to the values shown by true solutions at same concentrations. Tyndall effect, which is also known as an optical property. So what is Tyndall effect? Here you can see the scattering of light, right? The process in which the light gets scattered, it is known as an Tyndall effect. For example, in a dark room, you can see when a light is passing from the hole, it gets scattered. And in between that as well, you can see few motion of the particles. Similarly, in the fog conditions, right, at night time, you can see your headlight light gets scattered. Similarly, here it becomes very much clear enough as soon as you can see here when a torch light is passed through a clear solution, you are not able to see that particular pink color light. but as soon as you are adding some particles into it that are not mixed, that are dispersed, right? So there you can see the light is passing through it. Okay, I hope that the Tyndall effect is very much clear to you. Then Brownian moment. Brownian moment is your mechanical property. It shows you the mechanical motion of the particles present in it. Right, when colloidal solutions are viewed under a powerful ultramicroscope, the colloidal particles appears to be in a state of continuous zigzag motion. Here you can see how the motion, zigzag motion is taking place. यहाँ पे आप 5 particles देख सकोगे, right? With the yellow color they have plotted out कि कैसे वो अलग-अलग motions में कर रहे हैं. Okay, so it has been told that is this motion was as first observed by the British botanist Robert Brown. Hence it is known as Brownian moment. This motion is independent of the nature of colloid, but yes, it depends upon the size of the particles and viscosity of the solution. Smaller the size, lesser will be the viscosity and faster will be the motion. ठीक है, जैसे कि pollen grains, ठीक है, pollen grains winds के through transfer होते हैं. So there as well they show this Brownian movement. या आप लोटस के जो दाने होते हैं या हिबिस्कस के जो दाने होते हैं आप वो पानी में डाल के देखिए, right? It will show you this Brownian motion. Now this Brownian movement has been explained to be due to the unbalanced bombardment of the particles by the molecules of the dispersion medium. The Brownian moment has a stirring effect which does not permit the particles to settle, and thus it is responsible for the stability of the salts. The important topic, that is the charge on the colloidal particles. This is very much important because on the basis of this your MCQs are asked. You can see I have placed a table over here which separates the positively charged salts and the negatively charged salts. What is actually this charge on the colloidal particles? Now colloidal particles always carry an electric charge. The nature of this charge is the same on all the particles in a given colloidal solution and may be either positive or negative. The charge on the salt particle is due to one more reason, that is due to the electron capture by salt particles during electrodispersion of metals, due to preferential adsorption of ions from solution and or due to formulation of electrical double layer. ठीक है. For example, the salt particles acquire positive or negative charge by preferential adsorption of positive or negative ions. For example, when two or more ions are present in the dispersion medium, preferential adsorption of the ion common to the colloidal particle usually takes place. For example, जैसे कि आप सिल्वर नाइट्रेट सॉल्यूशन लेते हो, ठीक है, सिल्वर नाइट्रेट सॉल्यूशन पोटेशियम आयोडाइड सॉल्यूशन में ऐड किया जाता है तो क्या होगा, AgNO3 plus Ki. When you add AgNO3 plus Ki, it will give you silver iodide. ठीक है, तो क्या मिलेगा, AgNO3 plus Ki will give you AgI and KNO3. ठीक है, तो silver iodide is absorbs iodide ions from the dispersion medium, तो negatively charged colloidal solution results. ठीक है, कहने का मतलब क्या है, AgI बना ना, तो AgI कैसे बना, क्योंकि पोटेशियम आयोडाइड दैट इज K plus and I minus, तो I minus got dispersed, ठीक है, सॉरी इट गॉट एब्जॉर्ब्स, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज द नेगेटिवली चार्ज्ड. अब इसका हम उल्टा करते हैं, जब Ki सॉल्यूशन AgNO3 में ऐड होगा, ओके, जब Ki सॉल्यूशन AgNO3 में ऐड होगा तो क्या होगा, AgNO3 इट इज में क्या होगा, Ag plus and nitrate ion will be dissociating into the solutions. ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या होगा, the positively charged salts will result due to the adsorption of Ag plus ion from the dispersion medium. ठीक है, तो you need to be clearly, you need to be very much clear with the dispersion medium. Dispersion medium में से कौन सा ion आपका adsorb हो रहा है to form the further product. ठीक है, आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस एग्जाम्पल वन मोर टाइम. जब सिल्वर आयोडाइड पोटेशियम नाइट्रेट में ऐड होता है, सॉरी, जब सिल्वर नाइट्रेट पोटेशियम आयोडाइड में ऐड हो रहा है, ठीक है, तो योर सिल्वर नाइट्रेट इज अ डिस्पर्स्ड फेज, whereas पोटेशियम आयोडाइड इज योर डिस्पर्जन मीडियम. तो डिस्पर्जन मीडियम में से कौन सा आयन जनरेट हुआ? I माइनस. तो वो कौन सा चार्ज सॉल्व हुआ? नेगेटिवली चार्ज सॉल्व हुआ. अब सेकेंड केस की जब हम बात करते हैं तो उसमें क्या हो रहा है? Ki सॉल्यूशन इज एडेड टू सिल्वर नाइट्रेट, मतलब Ki is a dispersed phase, whereas silver nitrate is your dispersion medium. ठीक है, अब सिल्वर नाइट्रेट में से कौन सा आयन प्रोडक्ट फॉर्मेशन में जा रहा है? Ag+. Therefore, it is known as positively charged soil. This topic is very, very important. Next, अगर FeCl3 हमने एक्सेस ऑफ हॉट वाटर में ऐड किया तो क्या होगा? पॉजिटिवली चार्ज सॉल्ट ऑफ फेरिक ऑक्साइड विल बी फॉर्म्ड. ठीक है, ड्यू टू द एड्सॉर्प्शन ऑफ फेरिक आयंस. FeCl3 plus hot water will give you ferric oxide. हाइड्रेटेड फेरिक ऑक्साइड मिलेगा आपको, दैट इज Fe2O3 into X moles of water molecules. That is known as your hydrated ferric oxide. तो हाइड्रेटेड फेरिक ऑक्साइड मिलेगा तो उसमें फेरिक आयन इज प्रेजेंट, तो वो क्या हो गया? पॉजिटिवली चार्ज सॉल्व हो गया. Now, when ferric chloride is added to sodium hydroxide, अब जब फेरिक क्लोराइड सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड में ऐड होगा, राइट, तो देयर यू विल बी हैविंग हाइड्रोक्साइड आयन विच विल बी एबल टू फॉर्म द प्रोडक्ट. तो फिर आपका क्या हो गया? ये नेगेटिवली चार्ज सॉल्ट. Okay, so having acquired a positive or a negative charge by selective adsorption on the surface of a colloidal particle as stated above, this layer attracts counter ions from the medium forming a second layer. ठीक है, अब शायद आपको समझ में आया. So this is what your charge on the colloidal particles. The charge on the colloidal particle is balanced by the oppositely charged ions in the solution, in the solid. Then comes electrophoresis, which is also known as your electrical property. How the process takes place. The movement of colloidal particles towards one of the electrode on passage of electricity through colloidal solution, and the direction depends on the type of charge on colloidal particles. The direction is depend on the type of charge on the colloidal particle. Right. So this is the way how it takes place. The movement of colloidal particles under an applied electrical potential is known as electrophoresis. Positively charged will move towards the cathode while negatively charged will move towards the anode. That we have already, that we already know that positively charged is, oppositely charged will attract each other. Okay. So this we already know it. Next comes coagulations of colloids. Coagulation is also known as the precipitations. Okay, the coagulation is also known as precipitations. मतलब क्या होता है ना यहाँ पे, जब कोलॉइडल पार्टिकल्स, ठीक है, हम फिर से उसको प्रेसिपिटेट में, जो कोलॉइडल सॉल्ट है हम उसको कन्वर्ट करते हैं प्रेसिपिटेट में. दैट इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ सेटलिंग of colloidal particles is called coagulations or precipitations of the salt. Now, coagulations can be divided into the different types, that is lyophobic salts, lyophilic salts and Hardy-Schulze rule. Hardy-Schulze rule is very, very important. That has been asked number of times for 2 marks question. Lyophobic salts. ठीक है, अब हमने पहले पढ़ चुके हैं कि what are lyophobic salts. That means that do not have the affinity towards disperse phase, do not have any affinity towards the dispersion medium. ठीक है। एंड लायोफोबिक सॉल्ट्स का अगर आप डिस्पर्जन मीडियम चेंज करके वाटर कर दो तो देन इट बिकम्स द हाइड्रोफोबिक salts. ठीक है। The coagulation of the lyophobic salts can be carried out in the following ways, that is by electrophoresis method. तो क्या होता है उसमें? The colloidal particles will move towards the oppositely charged electrodes and it will get discharged and precipitated. Next is by mixing two oppositely charged salts. थर्ड इज बाय बॉइलिंग। जब सॉल्ट बॉयल किया जाता है तो जो एड्सॉर्ब लेयर होती है वो डिस्टर्ब होता है। क्यों? बिकॉज जैसे आप बॉयल कर रहे हो दैट मीन्स यू आर इंक्रीजिंग द टेम्परेचर। अब टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करने से क्या होगा? नंबर ऑफ कोलिजन्स विल बी इंक्रीज्ड। ठीक है। एंड दिस रिड्यूसेस द चार्ज ऑन द पार्टिकल्स एंड अल्टीमेटली इट विल लीड टू सेटलिंग डाउन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ प्रेसिपिटेट। नेक्स्ट इज बाय परसिस्टेंट डायलिसिस। ठीक है। जो हमने डायलिसिस पढ़ा था दैट इज विद अ semi-permeable membrane. So what will happen? The traces of the electrolyte present in the sol are removed almost completely and the colloids become unstable and ultimately it will be able to coagulate. मतलब precipitate हो जाएगा वो। ठीक है। नेक्स्ट मेथड इज बाय एडिशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट। अगर एक्सेस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऐड किया जाता है तो क्या होगा? कोलॉइडल पार्टिकल्स जल्दी प्रेसिपिटेट होंगे। ठीक है। अब ये जो सारे कंडीशंस है दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर बिकॉज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट योर असर्शन एंड रीजनिंग क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड। सो हाउ कोएगुलेशन ऑफ लायोफोबिक सॉल्ट टेक्स प्लेस बाय एडिशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट। इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऐड करते हैं। जब हम एक्सेस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऐड करने से क्या होता है? कोलॉइडल पार्टिकल्स जल्दी से प्रेसिपिटेट होते हैं because colloids interact with ions carrying charge opposite to that present on themselves. This causes neutralizations leading to their coagulations. The ion responsible for neutralization of charge on the particle is called coagulating ion. A negative ion causes the precipitation of positively charged salt and vice versa. So it has been observed that generally the greater the valence of the flocculating ion added, the greater the valence of the flocculating ion added, the greater is its power to cause precipitation. ठीक है। अब ये टर्म को क्या बोलेंगे? ये जो कंडीशन आया दिस कंडीशन इज एक्चुअली दी हार्डी-सूल्स रूल। अब ठीक है। आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि हम ये फ्लॉक्यूलेटिंग क्या होता है, कोएगुलेशन क्या होता है। तो कोएगुलेशन जैसे आप हमने ये वीडियो शुरू किया फर्स्ट स्लाइड में आपने देखा होगा कि कोएगुलेशन हो रहा है फिर फ्लॉक्यूलेटिंग टैंक है। ठीक है। कोएगुलेशन मतलब प्रेसिपिटेट फॉर्म होना। फ्लॉक्यूलेटिंग में क्या करते हैं? वो प्रेसिपिटेट को सेटल डाउन करते हैं सो दैट यू कैन ऑब्टेन अ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेट्स। ठीक है। सो नाउ वी विल बी सीइंग दी लायोफिलिक सॉल्ट्स। सो लायोफिलिक सॉल्ट्स भी हमें पता है कि वो क्या है, राइट? दे आर सॉल्वेंट लविंग। Now, two factors that are responsible for the stability of lyophilic salts, they are the charge and solvation of the colloidal particles. Which are the two factors responsible? That is charge and solvation of the colloidal particles. When these two factors are removed, a lyophilic salt can be coagulated. This is done by adding an electrolyte and by adding a suitable solvent. When solvents such as alcohol and acetone are added to hydrophilic salts, I repeat, when solvents such as alcohol and acetone are added to hydrophilic salts, the dehydration of dispersed phase occurs. Under this condition, a small quantity of electrolyte can bring about coagulation. ठीक है। तो कौन से दो फैक्टर्स थे जो कोएगुलेशन ऑफ लायोफिलिक सॉल्ट को अफेक्ट करता है? पहले तो चार्ज है एंड सेकंड है सॉल्वेशन। ठीक है। चार्ज कैसे हम क्रिएट करते हैं? आप इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऐड करोगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली चार्ज क्रिएट होगा एंड सॉल्वेशन आप कैसे करोगे? बाय एडिंग अ सुटेबल सॉल्वेंट। ठीक है। Now, as I told you that Hardy-Souls rule states the greater is the valency of oppositely charged ion of the electrolyte being added, faster will be the coagulation. मतलब जिसका हमें precipitate करना है वो चार्ज हमें पता होना चाहिए, तो उससे हमें ऑपोजिटली चार्ज्ड इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऐड करना है, ठीक है। What is the principle behind it? The principle behind it is electrostatic forces of attraction. So greater the valency of flocculating ion, greater is the coagulation power. For example, here negatively charged salt, the coagulating power of electrolytes are given over here, right? That is AlCl3 is greater than BaCl2, which is also greater than NaCl, or you can see with the help of the ions, because we are mainly related with the ions, क्योंकि हमें positively charge देखने हैं या negatively charge देखने हैं, ठीक है। Yes. Now, what are emulsions? Emulsions are actually a colloid, right? In the types of colloid where we have learned the different types of colloids depending upon their dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So, emulsions are the colloid where both dispersed phase and dispersion medium both are in liquid state or liquid phase. Right, few examples you can see of your emulsions, ठीक है। Your milk, cold cream, your mayonnaise, body lotion, egg, right, because egg and egg albumin is there, then butter, these all are your emulsions. So we have two different types of emulsions, that is oil in water emulsion, matlab oil dispersed phase hai and water dispersion medium hai. Whereas when we are talking about water in oil emulsions, उसमें water dispersed phase है and oil dispersion medium है. So for example, margarine is the oil, water in oil, whereas your oil in water, the best example that we are using in our day-to-day life to stay healthy, that is your milk. तो ये example दिमाग में ध्यान में रखना, because again from this topic your MCQs are asked. What is emulsifier या emulsifying agent? ठीक है, तो emulsifier या emulsifying agent which help the emulsion to be stable, ठीक है। जब emulsions में ऐड करते हैं, कब ऐड करते हैं, ताकि emulsion जो है वो हमारा stable हो जाए। stable कब stable होते क्या होगा, the reaction will be faster enough, ठीक है। आप ये एक्सपेरिमेंट घर पे भी आप ट्राई कर सकते हो। यू कैन मिक्स ऑयल एंड वाटर, ठीक है। वी नो दैट ऑयल एंड वाटर दे आर लिक्विड लिक्विड इमल्शन, इमिसिबल लिक्विड्स हमने लोअर ग्रेड्स में पढ़ा था। द टू इमिसिबल लिक्विड्स आर कॉल्ड इमल्शन, ठीक है। तो आप ऑयल एंड वाटर को जब आप मिक्स करोगे, ठीक है, उसके बाद आप उसको शेक करना एंड अलाउ इट, ठीक है, अलाउ इट टू स्टैंड। फिर सेम क्वांटिटी में आप ऑयल एंड वाटर लेना एंड उसमें आप सिर्फ थोड़ा सोप सॉल्यूशन ऐड कर देना और फिर आप उसको शेक करके रख देना। देन ऑब्जर्व द टाइम कि कौन सा सॉल्यूशन, आई मीन विद द सोप सॉल्यूशन इमल्शन जल्दी स्टेबलाइज होता है या विदाउट सोप सॉल्यूशन जो है तो वो इमल्शन जल्दी स्टेबलाइज होगा। सो देन यू विल कम टू नो द पावर ऑफ इमल्सिफाइंग एजेंट। सो what are, right, जब emulsifiers, so are we clear with the emulsifying agent? The substances which are added to the emulsion for the stabilization purpose, ठीक है। Now what are emulsifiers for oil and water? That is they are protein, gum, soap, etc. As I told you that आप soap solution ले सकते हो। For water in oil emulsions, the emulsifiers are heavy metal salts of fatty acids, long chain alcohols, etc. The common examples of emulsifiers are egg yolk, mustard, sodium phosphates, mono and diglycerides, cellulose, soy lecithin, etc. ठीक है, so these are the common emulsifiers that are available. बट बेस्ट जो आपको घर पे इजीली मिल जाएगा दैट इज ऑयल, वाटर एंड सोप सॉल्यूशन। तो आप प्लीज ट्राई द एक्सपेरिमेंट एंड सी द रिजल्ट। या इफ वी आर लर्निंग अबाउट इमल्शंस, तो क्या इमल्शंस की एप्लीकेशंस है इतना कि हम उसको इतना पढ़ रहे हैं? डेफिनेटली वी हैव अ lots of applications of emulsions in our day-to-day life, That is, I have tried here to list out few applications of emulsions. You can just go through it where these emulsions are used in our daily life. Examples of colloidal systems from daily life. So here you can see where we are using, that is foams. ठीक है, फोम्स हम यूज करते हैं जो विंड मिल्स होते हैं. ठीक है, विंड मिल का जो फोम शीट होता है जो लाइटर इन वेट. ठीक है, एंड दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई इट कैन रोटेट इजीली, स्पिन इजीली एंड प्रोड्यूस द विंड एनर्जी. सो दैट इज बिकॉज इट इज मेड अप ऑफ अ कोलॉइड. ठीक है, मिल्क है, फॉग, स्मोक, डिटर्जेंट, पेंट्स, ब्लड, एरोजेल, कॉस्मेटिक्स, दिस ऑल आर कोलॉइड्स. Right, these all are the examples of colloids that makes our life easy. So where do we apply colloids? Do we have any industrial applications? Yes, we do have industrial applications of colloids as well. That is, we have listed a number of applications of colloid over here in the rubber plating, sewage disposal, smoke screen, purification of water, cleansing action of soap, in medicines, formation of delta, photography, artificial rain. मतलब हर जगह आप कोलॉइड्स का आपको एप्लीकेशन देखने को मिलेगा. राइट, एंड द बेसिक ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड यू कैन सी विच इज अ कॉट्रेल स्मोक प्रेसिपिटेटर. नाउ व्हाट is this Cottrell smoke precipitator? It is having a wide use. Right, this Cottrell smoke precipitator, here it is used to मतलब purify the smoke. जो स्मोक बाहर जाता है इंडस्ट्री से, जो स्मोक निकलता है, तो उसके ऊपर जो होल्स जहाँ से स्मोक निकलने की जगह बनाई जाती है, देयर दे कीप दिस फिल्टर, ताकि आपका स्मोक जो है वो फिल्टर हो जाए एंड देन इट कैन बी यूजफुल फॉर, मतलब इको फ्रेंडली कर दे वो. ठीक है, सो हाउ डज इट वर्क? We know that smoke is a colloidal solution of solid particles such as carbon, arsenic compound, dust, etc. in air. The smoke, before it comes out from the chimney, is led through a chamber containing plates having a charge opposite to that carried by smoke particles. तो oppositely charge carry होने से क्या होगा? The particles on coming in contact with these plates will lose their charge and get precipitated. The particles thus settle down on the floor of the chamber, and hence this chamber is known as Cottrell smoke precipitator. So thank you. Have a nice day. Hope you find this video useful. Please go through it and refer your textbook as well. Thank you. Have a nice day.